Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Sekiro, where last time, Pain. Oh, man. We got our butts whooped by Inner Genichiro. Goddamn. What a challenge. A challenge that I am up for, but man, holy shit. We've got some work to do still. We're going to get the victory eventually, and we will be coming back to that fight maybe later on this episode. We'll see if we take a couple more stabs at it. But for now, we're going to be progressing forward with our New Game Plus and checking out the Reservoir / Abandoned Dungeon, as well as maybe some of the depths. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and unlock the save point from this angle. I have gone ahead. I've taken the liberty of exploring a little bit of the castle here beforehand and freeing our info broker, Fujioka. So he is back at the dilapidated temple, and we have another vendor unlocked. We need as many ways to spend the sen that we are accruing here. One of the nice things about New Game Plus. Nice things, sort of nice in one way. We are getting so much sen, but the other quandary is, how do we spend it? I'm thinking maybe we might be using that sen throw upgrade a little bit more at some point here. Maybe try to find some ways to, because that feels like that could be a pretty good sink for our sen. But we'll unlock this warp point first, and then we're gonna head back up here to the bridge. We want to be exploring into the reservoir and then the dungeon, because we're going to be trying some different stuff. Specifically, we're going to be trying the we've got this suspicious doctor, right? We've got Doujun in the dungeon, and we never helped him out in New Game. We never sent him anyone to experiment on. And we're gonna, I think, be finding somebody to send to the dungeon this time. This eavesdrop is funny because it took me so long to figure out what they were talking about. We've got our spear here, which maybe we'll use against one of them. Take out you. We do get the gatehouse key, but the spear is a pretty powerful. We even get a chasing slice out of that. We were utilizing some chasing slice against Genichiro. It is a nice ability that I had just forgotten about for so long. But this spear, I was so confused at where you would utilize this spear, because I guess this guy is supposed to be the prime candidate. He's supposed to be the guy with the armor. But I had always just snuck up on him, right? It was always so easy to sneak up on the guy. I guess if we don't sneak up on him, well, first of all, we don't want to take if we don't sneak up on him, it does look like he is actually pretty impenetrable. So you want to, first of all, you want to dodge all of these, and then you want to pull that off so that you can actually deal posture damage. Posture and vitality damage. I'm not sure if there's a specific way we're supposed to counter this other than just running away. It feels like a grab type attack where the legit response is just to get away from the guy. Man, he really just goes ham. It feels like so much trouble to try to deal with him. With a non-backstab. I'm kind of glad that we took the route that we did every other time, because just battling the guy one-on-one is a little bit of a headache. He's not the worst, but he is... he can definitely throw a tantrum, that's for sure. All right, let's head in here to the abandoned dungeon entrance. We'll grab this warp point, and we'll check the memorial mob. I'm guessing so far the vendors have not had anything different other than the carp scale vendor, who did have the red lumps. So we'll see if this guy has anything new that we are interested in. Nothing mind-blowing. There's nothing, so far, nothing super special that I've seen from any of these vendors for New Game Plus. A little bit disappointing. but also maybe to be expected. Let's just run in here though and talk to. We'll run past all the enemies here and we'll get the dialogue. We'll engage with Doujun, the sus doctor. I'd kind of like to know that too. Why am I here after all? This place is the worst. What happens if we say nothing? I'm kind of experimenting a little bit and saying nothing with some of these dialogue options just to see. I think this... That's... The crickets coming nearby are a little unsettling. One of my least favorite bugs, and the fact that they are... Why do they come so close without attacking? Okay. I guess they just want to be friends? So we don't get anything from that. We have to say yes. We do have to actually talk about our shinobi ways. Yes, let's get to the point here. Yeah, preferably a strong samurai. I think that is going to be Jinzaemon. I think we're going to be delivering him here to the dungeon, which I don't love, but we're going to be doing things different. We gotta try some different things here. And Jinzaemon is one of those guys where I don't know if there's any happy ending for him. He gets lured by the shamisen in one instance. In another instance, he's going to be lured by us into some sus experiments in a dungeon. It's just not... there's nothing really great turning out for our buddy, Jinzaemon. Okay, so now that we are basically at the... we just got our most recent skill point. We've spent... I've bought some coin purses and spent my sen. So why don't we go ahead and make our way over here and take on 7 spears while we are low on resources. Try to take out 7 spears. I think we'll use a little bit of the axe here. We'll also get some not Gotchin Spirit Fall. That's not the one I meant to equip. I meant to equip the Ungo's Spirit Fall. We'll get a little bit of extra defense here and see about taking on the 7 spears. We got some enemies at the back over here that are threatening to get in on the action, which I would prefer not to do. I'd rather just do Makiri counters all day long against you. Would rather just do Makiri counters and deflections. There we go. Sure enough, this guy did get in on the action after all. Hold on here. I was thinking about using the axe as well. I'm so bad about using against dealing with multiple enemies. Multiple enemies are just such a headache for me. Wow. Did he just kill me with one shot? No, he did not. I am panicking so badly here. I am panicking so badly. How did that other guy get into the fight? Well, there's something about new circumstances. That fight would have probably been so easy, but then all of a sudden you introduce a new variable. You introduce a new variable, like just a single enemy that really wasn't that hard to take out. Should not have been that hard to take out, but I was so worried about getting hit from the sides by the 7 spears. Oh man, I really need to figure out a way. I need to be better about dealing with multiple enemies. I don't even know if I need to give myself extra spirit emblems. This is probably overkill. Let's just go ahead and get into things here. Just do the fight. I guess it's because that guy, we even if you get yellow on, if they get a yellow arrow on them, then that's good enough for them to, you know, make their way up to you. Makiri counter is so good. Makiri counter is so freaking good. The problem is sometimes I don't do it right. The problem is sometimes the Makiri counter is not what I think it's going to be. And now he's back. His posture is back to normal. Shit. What am I doing? I'm... Well, okay. We have a little bit of a challenge with the 7 spears. Because I am... Once again, I'm... Oh, it's like the same... It's like the same story as before. He backs me up against a cliff. I'm honestly a little frustrated because I was... It's always a problem of expectations. If you expect that you're just going to go in and like one-shot the 7 spears, nothing's going to go wrong. You're just going to be... We're just going to actually do Gokhan Spirit Fall here. This is the one. This is the one that we should be using. And also the axe is not going to do anything for me. I don't even know why I was thinking of using the axe. If anything, I'd rather use this Dragon Flash. Maybe we'll overpower him with some Dragon Flashes. But there are still some fundamentals about this fight that I am not always... I just attracted another enemy. We're totally not doing this right. At least I thought I attracted an enemy. That's a sweep. It's the same thing that I was doing against Inner Genichiro. I'm panicking to run away so that I can heal. When will I learn that that's not the right move? When will I learn? When will I learn? Why did I... I'm still going early on that Makiri counter. I am still going fucking early. Oh, man. Well, turns out that this idea of just taking out... We're going to head up to the top and take out 7 spears real quick before we head into the dungeon and Jinzaemon. Change of plans, everybody. We are doing all day long. This is going to be the entire episode. It's going to be nothing but 7 spears. This is a nice little shortcut here. As long as I don't let the enemies, I don't want them to get in on the battle. Just don't want to attract the attention from all of you. Why am I jumping? I almost missed that jump again. He's doing the sweep a lot for some reason. Okay. Apparently the sweep attack is the one that I was ready for. Surprisingly. Oh my god. The freaking 7 spears. We're kind of getting in some ways, because we're doing this Charmless Bell Demon approach, we're kind of getting a little bit of a rehash of what happened the first time around. Like it's bringing me back to square one in some instances, because the enemies are just that much more powered up. And you can't just, power on through them. We're gonna run through here. We're gonna run through here quickly. We're gonna try to run through quickly at least, because I just want to make my way over here to the dungeon. Not interested in clearing out the reservoir at this moment, but we're going to wait for some of the noise to settle down, the pots and pans clanking. We'll just go ahead though and talk to our friend. It's you're too distracted by the shamisen anyways, right?
Makoto, shimiru, utsukushii. Jaga, dareka o kou you na, doko ka kanashii ne jatta.
What happens if we ignore him?
Tanomu. Dare o yonde oru. Mou ichido kikasete kure.
Okay, I feel like sometimes we do get alternate dialogue, so I'm kind of trying these say nothing options. But it feels like most of the time it actually is just, I really don't want to talk to you right now. We'll skip through a lot of this here. Patrol the moat. The official moat patroller. Akasenu. Yeah, so I think we talked to Doujun already, and so we get this option to lure him to the abandoned dungeon. And we had this option, I think, at several different points when we did New Game. We could have done it. It lets you do it, I think, all the way up to like the hidden forest. I don't know if it matters when you do this. I'm gonna guess it doesn't. So we'll just say lure to abandoned dungeon. Sure, buddy. That's where it came from. Yes, you do that. Definitely look into suspicious things. Okay. All right. We will be checking in with you and Doujun shortly. Now, I did want to try. Let's see what we've got equipped here. Let's switch over to the Mist Raven, and we'll do the one that costs 2, and we'll get ourselves. We'll do Ungo's this time. We'll do the Ungo's Spirit Fall, and I will give myself the extra bullets this time here. And instead of dropping in, let's just try sneaking up and doing a backstab this time. On the Lone Shadow here. Just to mix things up a little bit. Just to mix things up. Except, wait a second. Why is there an icon there? Excuse me, we can talk to you? What? A broken and incompetent shinobi. We can talk to you, and you say that you're looking for a broken and incompetent shinobi. He told you that one would be here. Who are you? Oh, never mind. Okay. They say you're immortal. Let's see if that's true. This is an interesting discovery. I had no idea we could talk to this guy. He still is very much kicking our butt. If we do the Mist Raven, it does give us time to go behind him. And charge our Dragon Flash. We're gonna run out of spirit emblems though pretty quick here. Man, the kicks are fucking me up. The kicks are fucking me up. Why? I thought I deflected that. Man, oh man, this guy still gives me trouble. Of course he's, you know, much harder in this mode. Much harder. So we shouldn't be too surprised. A lot more posture and a lot more vitality. We're gonna have to switch to like High Monk or something maybe. No! Fuck. Okay. I need to do a Makiri counter there. That's a Makiri counter. Haven't learned that yet. Haven't learned that that is a Makiri counter move. Man, we get stunned sometimes. So much. Oh, I have none of that. And it's such a narrow space as well. So the camera gets... I like this pattern though. He got really turned around there. Okay, we finally felt the flow of the fight. Sometimes his patterns. I think that the one pattern where he goes into his, he has like a sweeping kicks mode or something. Like he does a whole bunch of, or not sweeping kicks, but like leaping kicks. What is our Senpo leaping kicks? I feel like he has a version of this. And when he does that, I feel like that's the one that I get screwed up by the most. All right, at least we did not... I'm surprised that it was 7 spears that really did us in terms of deaths. I would not have expected 7 spears to be the one that gave us much more trouble than the Lone Shadow. But it feels good to get the win, and an interesting something different there with dialogue. We could actually talk to the guy. You try to talk to him again. And then he's like, nope, you missed your backstab chance. You missed your chance to get your death blow. I wonder if he's related. I wonder if he's actually related to the... There was that one guy. There was a Lone Shadow that talked to us kind of back in the castle, like later in the game. The Lone Shadow who tells us about the guy who he was getting revenge for. I don't know if he's related to him at all, or if that's a different guy. But we will go ahead and rest. We'll rest up here and we'll get a refill on all our stuff. So Jinzaemon is not here, as I would not expect him to be. Maybe we should go quickly check with the doctor and see if he is there. All right, well, he's still in the same spot here, but let's see. Is Jinzaemon visible anywhere? I can see Jinzaemon is in the back. Let's get our monocular here. But I think I can see he is in. He has been... We have successfully lured him into Jinzaemon. Oh, dude. Well... well, so far, he's actually not looking too bad. Everything will be fine, right? Everything will be fine. The surgery facility. State of the art. A lump of fat wax? Bro, we have so many of those. That's the best you could come up with, huh? Alrighty. Is that the end of the road? He says, my master and I. My master and I. Is he talking about, like, some dead dude? We haven't seen anybody else in the dungeon. I think he's, either seeing things or his master is just a dead dude. You've really lost it, haven't you, my dude? All right, let's quickly reload the game here and see what we get. Okay, so he has moved inside of the cell now, and we have the ability to eavesdrop. Is Jinzaemon? Uh-oh, Jinzaemon is gone. Oh, no. Or is he? Is he? Is he? Hold on. I think he's in the back. Oh, he is in the back. There's a saw in the way. That's what's screwing me up. So Jinzaemon is still back there. Let's eavesdrop. Dosaku. I think the dude is literally just talking with himself. And he changed his accent. He changed his voice so it sounded like somebody else. But I think he's literally just talking to himself. Because who is he having a conversation with? There's nobody else in there besides Jinzaemon. We've been in this room, right? We know that there's... Maybe he's talking to the saw? Oh, God. Oh, this situation is fucked. Oh, it has actually progressed even more. I did another save and quit, and now the doctor is out here. And he's crying? I still see Jinzaemon in there. Is he breathing? It looks like he's breathing in there. What pray tell went wrong? Okay. Oh, I don't know if we've actually got this before. I thought this was... No, we haven't got this before. This mentions the red eyes at the in Mibu Village, which we have already found. Although I don't think that carried over to New Game Plus. But yeah, we knew that there was going to be more here. We require those red eyes. He said it's no longer human. Is he talking about Jinzaemon? We knew that this experiment was not going to go very well, probably. We kind of probably could guess that going into this. What exactly is the end goal, right? He's trying to do something with rejuvenating waters. But it didn't quite turn out right. Now we need some red eyes. So we'll be on the lookout for that, of course. Further improve our treatment. It's going so swimmingly already, though. What improvements do you need? Oh, boy. All right, so we've got this Shichimen warrior here, and I guess we'll go ahead and take him on. You all know how I feel about Shichimen warrior, but I mean, he's probably not going to drop anything unique like he did in New Game, but I want to see. I have to know what he's going to drop, and I also have received a tip that Divine Confetti might be something to try. It wasn't specifically hinted for this enemy, but I think it was sort of like this, maybe try Divine Confetti on enemies that are kind of, maybe have the same music as Headless. This Divine Confetti I had been thinking of as like, basically the equivalent to a Transient Curse in DS1, that it was mainly just for giving you the ability to damage enemies that you couldn't otherwise. But it sounds like maybe we might get a damage boost to apparition-type enemies in general. So let's give it a try here. We won't use it right away because we have to survive the initial set of attacks here from this guy. He does his aura on the ground that kind of prevents us from hitting him. And he also spawns a whole bunch of orbs at the beginning, so we'll go ahead and survive that first. And then we'll do this, and we'll give ourselves some Divine Confetti. And then we will get after it. We will get after you. Barely dodging the attack there. Are we doing a lot more damage? Wow, we kind of are, aren't we? Ooh. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is very different. Let's drink. This is very different. We caused him to actually, like, disappear. That was cool. Like, this is definitely having a different effect on him. He is definitely reacting in a different way. Which is very, very interesting. I think we're able to dispel the purple orbs. Oh, that is huge. That is absolutely huge. Divine Confetti. Whoa. Where have you been all my life, Divine Confetti? Well, it's, I mean, sort of shame on me for not trying to use it in other spots, but holy shit, that's not the one. That's not the one. Hold on. Hold on here. Let's try to get some Divine Confetti on our side. We'll get some Akko Spiritfall here as well. But holy shit, this is the godsend that I've been waiting for. Dude, this makes this fight so much easier. Oh my goodness. How did I never think of this before? I mean, it's because I have a literalist way of thinking. I have a literalist way of thinking that completely, I had just pigeonholed. I had completely pigeonholed the Divine Confetti into this, you know, this very niche use case. And I wasn't considering, like, maybe I can use it against a whole bunch of different types of enemies. Holy shit, this is so, oh my god. This is literally the thing I've been waiting for against this guy. I still get greedy against that attack. But the fact that it dispels all the little purple orbs is amazing. I cannot tell you how happy this makes me. We're gonna reapply this shit right now. I need to find out where you are at, though. Just barely dodged that. I'm getting greedy, as I always do. Wow. Wow. Shichimen Warrior is an absolute joke. Shichimen Warrior now is an absolute joke because Divine Confetti has come to the rescue. What an absolute clutch item. I am so glad. Thank you very much, Johannen, for the tip. I'll give you the shout out here because holy shit, Divine Confetti. This is the kind of thing for New Game Plus. If any of y'all have ideas like this or know about certain pieces of tech, and I love the hint. The hint that was given was not, oh, use this item against Shichimen Warrior. It was a little more of a subtle hint. It was like, maybe, you know, enemies that might be kind of like Headless. Shichimen Warrior is not necessarily, it's a pretty different fight from Headless, but it does have the same music, right? And there is also that clue. There's that clue that they give you. What was it, the memo that we got from Fujioka? Which I was overcomplicating for quite some time, but the one about, I think the memo that hints us to go to the Guardian Ape's den to find Shichimen Warrior, it refers to apparitions. So the game, I think the game was telling us that apparitions are, or that Shichimen Warrior is essentially an apparition. And when you put that together, when you piece that together with the Divine Confetti, that it allows you to connect. The translation there is probably not being... The way that I was interpreting that translation was to say that, oh, this allows me to actually just do damage. It allows me to connect with apparition-type enemies. And of course, Headless, the first Headless that you meet, well, all of them really, have kind of a glowing blade that is the same color. It kind of has a pink glow to it that's kind of the same color as Divine Confetti. And so it seemed very clear to me, it seemed very, very clear that Divine Confetti was meant for Headless. But the game has a lot more than just Headless to think about, and I'm wondering, what other enemies might we use that against? That was such a strong effect, though. The, not just the you know, additional damage that it was doing to the Shichimen warrior, because, man, he went down so fast. But it's dispelling the purple orbs in the air around you, which were so annoying. That's really the most annoying part of that fight, is the fact that those things just float. They float at you so persistently and annoyingly, and it's ridiculous just trying to dodge them. Thank you, Divine Confetti, for trivializing that fight. I am so happy. All right, let's move on now. I am so glad I decided to play Sekiro today, because that makes me happy. Knowing that Shichimen Warrior no longer has to haunt my dreams. Now I'm looking forward to the next Shichimen Warrior fight. So let's drop down here. Let's go toward the depths. This is the next step in our journey. I wanted to see exactly how far, because I know there are some areas that you have to beat Genichiro Ashina. You have to beat him first in order to progress through, like the Gunfort Key. We know that the Gunfort Key is unlocked once you beat Genichiro, and that you have to have that in order to get by, in order to make it further in. Further into, what am I thinking? You have to make it, the part where you make it past the centipede giraffe in the Gunfort. That door won't open without the Gunfort Key. So I'm wondering if there's maybe something similar in each of these zones where we can't progress. We can't progress until we've beaten Genichiro. Feels like it might be that kind of a case. I don't know why I'm taking the time to kill this guy. My natural sense of completion, wanting to kill all the enemies. All right, let's go down here. Grab this. In fact, I might do that real quick. I might go ahead and spend the time to clear out the reservoir now that we're getting a little bit of experience, and I would like to lock in that next experience point. So let me take a moment and do that. All right, the reservoir has been cleared out, and we're almost to our next skill point. Hopefully we can get that here as we drop into the depths. Go ahead and take out this individual here. See how much experience you all grant. I don't want to be spotted by the mini-boss just yet. 624 is pretty good. There is our friendly cannoneer. I actually want to, if I can, I'd like to go across to the other warp point first. The other sculptor's idol. Go ahead and grab this. This is one mystery up here that I still have not figured out. I have not figured out where this is supposed to lead to or from. Probably is more the likely explanation. It does feel like an exit. There doesn't actually seem to be a way to get in. I just don't know where it comes from. So now one thing I am... What are these? What are these little... Have these always been here? These little glowing spots, and I just didn't notice them before? Those feel different. But one thing I did notice... There's an enemy over here. There's actually a couple enemies over here. Were they there before? One thing I definitely, though, saw was that this person is not here. There was an enemy that was up here. So the enemy locations are different. Interesting. Interesting. So then how do we want to approach this? I want to take out... I want to see if I can get the drop on some of you here. Take out some of you. And can we still Zerg you down? Okay. So they look like the snake eyes from the Sunken Valley. But I don't remember them being in this exact spot before. Was this tent even here? That's kind of interesting if the enemy locations... Obviously, we know that the castle goes through several different stages of the game, where there's obviously a bunch of different enemies in different spots as the game progresses, as the tides of war come to the steps of the castle. But we're not quite at that next skill point yet, so maybe we'll do a little bit of farming here. But this is interesting that there's actually some differences in the enemies in just a regular zone. Okay, now we should have our next skill point locked in. Just want to get that locked in here before we go against the Snake Eyes. And we'll take out this person this time, and we're actually going to use the bestowal ninjutsu. This is something I really did not use. I think I only used it one time, and I tried to use it against like the Shichimen warrior. We now know that the tech for the Shichimen warrior, it's a lot better than however this did the time before, and I felt like it didn't last very long was the big problem that I had with it. But we'll try it here against the Snake Eyes, and maybe it can be of some help. What was the thing I was going to do? I was going to use some Gachin's sugar so that we can sneak up on this person down here. Take them out. I do like doing the mind control. The mind control is a lot of fun. But we'll go ahead and we'll get our bestowal, and then we'll try to go up against you. Although I'm getting close range. Why am I doing a close range attack when I have a sword that can shoot from a mile away? That can hit you from a mile away. Well, okay, so it wasn't interrupting you. It was not interrupting you. It can't just zerg you down with it. But it is potentially very powerful. It's already worn off though, which is kind of my main complaint. All right, so we're gonna switch to the spear here. I really need to get away from that attack. Okay. I thought I could just sort of wreck house with my cool ability, and this is the thing about Sekiro. There are so many fun things to try. There are so many cool things to just give a shot at, but it always comes back. You always end up coming back to just kind of doing the fundamentals. Like, it's almost like boring is better. It depends. Like, obviously there are some things like the Divine Confetti against the Shichimen warrior was absolutely OP as hell. So it all depends on the situation. Maybe we don't need the Gachin's sugar here. Maybe we can just go in and take you out. I'll get this again. We'll give this another try. I need to not... No, I don't want to get them into the fight. It really helps to maintain distance. That's the thing. Because she does charge after you. Even though she's kind of a long-range enemy, she does get up in your face. Nope. I really need you to attack so I can drink. But it also does not last very long, right? That is the main drawback with that attack. The ninjutsu. It just doesn't last very long. I thought that's supposed to be a sweep, sort of a like you can do a jump with that attack, but apparently not. Or maybe I didn't do it soon enough. Wow, she is getting me with the gun like every single time. Okay, that time we deflected it. What combat art would be good to use here? High Monk I keep coming back to. I feel like High Monk is actually really good. I think I got one of the other enemies into the fight. So now I have to contend with multiple enemies, which is my favorite. Let's just stay over here. Wait for the snake eyes to come to us. It really does pay. It really does pay to take out the enemies that are around this fight. And the fact that those enemies are, you know, not present when you come here later makes it a little bit easier clearing out this area. I think I'm deflecting her sometimes when I'm clearly not. The High Monk is not doing well, actually. Because I'm not close enough. I'm not close enough. Okay, well, Snake Eyes, as we saw with the 7 spears, these enemies become quite a bit more empowered. Quite a bit more empowered when you're dealing with Charmless Bell Demon. So I think we're gonna go back to the ninjutsu that we used before. Somehow she missed me. I hate that she goes in the poison water. That's so annoying. Also, my puppeteer did not end up attacking her at all. The puppeteer ended up attacking those 2 mobs over on the side. Oh my god. No, what am I? I'm like timing all my attacks incorrectly. See, sometimes the jump does work. Can I drink, please? Apparently, I didn't just... my character decided not to drink. This enemy is a toughie. And then I'm on the ground trying to deflect. Probably not a good idea fighting you inside of the tent here. Because the vision gets so fucked. The vision gets so fucked. This layout being different like this, having a tent, like, I guess I can take advantage of it as well, and I probably should. I should probably just not fight her inside of there. Let's go ahead and spend at least the send that we can on spirit emblems. This fight is, as I'm finding out now, it turns out when you play without Kuro's Charm and the Bell Demon on New Game Plus, stuff is actually pretty hard. Stuff is actually challenging. And I need to adjust my expectations to that. That these fights that really weren't too much trouble, they really didn't give us... I mean, 7 Spears gave us a headache. But this fight, I guess we were kind of a little bit more experienced at the game by the time we got to this Snake Eyes. We also had a lot of help from our puppeteer, right? If we could get the puppeteer to actually help us and not go fight the shit over there. It's such a hassle getting to the other side, taking out those 2 guys, and then coming back over here. It's the way that the grapple points are laid out here, it's really difficult to do. Maybe if I use some Gotchin's, sugar, I could do it. Let's see if we can do that, actually. Because taking these guys out is not too much of an issue. We just take out you. And then we spam you down. Like, that's not a problem. Taking you out is not an issue. What is a bit of an issue is getting back to, gosh. See, then I couldn't grapple up to where I thought I was going to go. And now I'm in the fight. So the layout of this area is really kind of screwing me up. Really getting screwed up by the layout of this area. Because I would like to be able to go ahead and grapple over here. And now maybe we can sneak up on you. No! You turned around at the last second. Why? Why would you do that to me? Oh, that is so frustrating. Ah. That is so frustrating. I'm gonna have to reset this because I don't think I can take on both of you. Oh my god, finally. Finally. Okay, can you please do me some good for once? Can you please actually help me out? Because I need it. Not bad. I do have to be careful of friendly fire. But he has definitely given her a good go. All right, let's go ahead and get our spirit fall here. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. All right. No! God damn it, I keep falling for this stupid attack. And then I'm taking gunfire. I keep missing the deflect. I'm so bad at the deflect timing on some of these attacks. And the high monk doesn't necessarily connect the way I want it to. I did it again. Okay, so jumping is not... I need to run away. It's a grab attack, right? It's not a sweep attack. Like, sometimes we can connect. Sometimes we can connect with a jump attack. Or a jump kick or whatever. But most of the time, no. No! What? Fuck me! What am I doing? Oh. I'm playing so badly today, I feel. I am playing so badly. I am not going to fight you in there again. Not going to make that mistake. Not going to make that mistake twice. Come out, you coward. Come out. I swear to God, I am falling for this attack literally every time. No, please get me off of there. Please get me off of that ledge. Okay, better. No, I wasn't blocking. This Ungos is the best one for me, I think, at the moment. Nope, get away. God damn it. Oh, shit. That high monk is not a great move, though, for this. I shouldn't be using it. Come on, man. I'm trying to get too fancy. I'm trying to get too fancy, and it is killing me. I really just need to focus on doing the deflects. The proper deflects. That took so much setup, too. It took me so much time to set up that move. Or the move. What am I talking about? To set up the ninjutsu, and it didn't do shit. Have I been a dingus this whole time? And you can just sneak up on her? You can actually sneak up on her, holy shit. Still have to get away from that attack. I don't think I'm doing the right move by dodging. Come on. Maybe dodging is okay, though. Definitely need to get counterattacks against her. Cannot interrupt her, though. That move is getting me every single time. Okay, but this is a game changer. This is a game... There is still that enemy. There is still that enemy in the middle. Can we actually go get behind you? Can we actually get you on our side still? Maybe. Nope. I fucked up. I fucked up. I got greedy and I wanted to get a puppeteer, and now I fucked up. Now I fucked up. There's no way to get you off my trail, unfortunately, I don't think. I think I'm just screwed. Unless I go for a reset, which feels bad at this point. Can I not? I'm spamming. I'm literally spamming the grapple point button. This is so bad. This is so bad. I did not mean to pick that up. Literally the last thing that I meant to do. I guess this is sort of working, keeping her on the other side. It's gonna work up until the point that it doesn't work. Okay, fine. I guess we got a death blow back because of that, so there's that. Let's go ahead and use a Spirit Fall. That actually hit you. I'm surprised that that hit you. I'm trying to use a spear to get close to you. Yeah, just get away from that attack. Just get away. Let's take a pellet. I'll take a Spirit Fall. The spear is pretty good for closing the distance. Why am I... Sometimes I don't get the deflect because I don't get it because I have to get the timing down. It's called practicing. I really don't want to fight in the poison though. Let's not do that. We'll just keep refreshing this. Keep taking our pellets. We have so many pellets. I'm literally just late. I feel like every single time I'm late on the fucking deflects. I would like to use my spear, please. I went for the chasing slice. I went for the damn chasing slice. I did not mean to do High Monk. I was like spam deflecting. Spam deflecting into doing High Monk when I didn't mean to. The counterattacks are where it's at. You just have to fucking dodge that attack. Oh my god, out of my game. Snake eyes. Snake eyes, holy shit. maybe the frustration and tilt from Inner Ganishiro has not fully dissipated. But this whole, I really needed to just sneak up on you. I was getting so frustrated by the fact that it felt like I had to clear the area, which you kind of do. You kind of do need to clear the area so that you don't have gunmen firing on you from all directions. But when you do actually clear the area, it gives you a path to freaking sneak up, which I was totally neglecting. All right, Snake Eyes, Shirahagi, or whatever the fuck your name is. You are out of here. You can stop tormenting my life, at least for new game. Holy shit. But we are definitely learning the lesson here that playing with Bell Demon and no Curls Charm is not a joke. It is anything but. We are definitely getting our money's worth. If you wanted a challenge, which is what I said I wanted, it's just that certain setups, certain layouts in particular areas are turning out to be more troublesome, or troublesome in a way that we didn't have in the first go around. The enemies also being tougher is a big deal. I don't know why I'm going over here. I think I was thinking there was items or something. I'm also kind of still decompressing. There is that item up there, which was a prayer bead. So why don't we go ahead and make our way forward, because now we're going here before we fought the Guardian Ape. So I would expect the Guardian Ape is not here yet. Although it feels like there are big bloody marks on the ground. So I don't know. This person is not down here. But there is a big bloody footprint. So... Okay. But there's no Guardian Ape. And there's also no Shichimen Warrior. So I guess that kind of answers my question. That sort of answers my question as to, I was wondering if we were going to be able to, if we had come here before fighting the Guardian Ape, would the Shichimen Warrior be here? And the answer is no. So that Shichimen Warrior really does kind of, I guess, emerge from the aftermath of you killing the Guardian Ape once and for all. We'll get the loot up here, which I presume to be a heavy coin purse. Finally kind of think I got the hang. I did miss an item down there, goddammit. I think I did finally gotten the hang of the wall jumping. Oh, it's a Jesus statue. Those are nice. Those are definitely nice, and we should be making more use of those. I probably should have made use of one here. It's okay against the tough enemies to use your items. They're meant to be used after all. Sometimes the grappling points still don't work the way that I think that they should. Okay, well, this is interesting that we don't have the Guardian Ape, which makes sense, but we also don't have the Shichimen Warrior. So can we proceed forward? Or actually, I guess there was still the other part of this path to explore. Is there anything different up here? There was just a lone monkey up here, I think, before, as well as some monkey boos. And that looks like that is still the case. It looks like we just have the lone monkey. I'm not sure who you are supposed to be. If you're supposed to be... Are you like the child? I wonder if you're the child. That might be... I had never considered that possibility. Maybe you are the... Because we've got the Guardian Ape's mate, right? And then eventually her spirit jumps into the fight. But maybe this is their offspring. I hadn't thought of that before. Now, can we actually go further, though? Can we actually continue on into... It does appear that we can go into the hidden forest, which I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to proceed in this direction. Now, interesting. There are no Nightjar that have appeared yet. They don't appear till later in the game, I guess. Along with the other vengeful spirits that we've seen. So maybe it's after you beat Genichiro, they actually show up. Okay, so we are actually able to head into the hidden forest. All right, I think that is where we're going to wrap up this installment of Sekiro. We made a good bit of progress and trying some different things here with Jinzaemon and the abandoned dungeon, the Doujun situation, and it looks like we have the ability to progress further into the hidden forest and maybe also Mibu village. So I think that's where we will be headed next time. The enemies, some of them are a little bit easier because we're learning secrets like the divine confetti for the Shichimen warrior, but in other instances, enemies like the snake eyes are proving to be much tougher than they were the first time around. Even with the ability to sneak up on her, which I did not realize the first time, but the increased posture and damage and vitality and all these things that we're seeing from not having Kuro's charm is really starting to rear its head. And so some of these mini bosses and whatnot are being much more of a headache than I remembered. But that's good. It's good in one way, but it's also frustrating in another way because I need to recalibrate my expectations. But it's fine. We're going to keep pressing forward here and see what the Hidden Forest and hopefully Mibu Village have in store next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.